Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Frugal from ImpossiblyFrugal.com, and today I just want to talk about some thoughts that I had on an article I read in the New York Times today, and it was titled "Google Pledges $1 billion to Ease the Bay Area Housing Crisis." So immediately it made me think of affordable housing and how that is such an issue in America today. I know, thinking back to before my husband and I bought our house, how expensive rent was. We would basically switch apartment complexes every year in search of an apartment that was a little bit cheaper because our pricing kept going up astronomically every year. And it's a real problem that people have. I can say right now, the amount I pay for my mortgage on a monthly basis is significantly cheaper than what I was paying to rent my apartment prior to us. And that was 3 years ago. So I can't even imagine what the cost is right now to rent an apartment. But I thought it was really cool that Google was doing something about this, pledging $1 billion, not in just money, but in land use to actually build more affordable housing, which is great. Here, even where I live in Florida, that's a real problem here as well. Not just in the Bay Area, it's prevalent all throughout the United States. And so it kind of got me thinking, is there things that I can do to be more frugal when it comes to housing costs? And even though I don't rent anymore, it kind of made me think back to when I was renting. Are there things that I could have done to live a bit more frugally, to save a little bit money on the cost of housing at the time? And so I could definitely think of some things, and just wanted to share that with you for anyone kind of dealing with this housing crisis and spending a lot of their money that they make, hard-earned money from work, just on rent, basically. And the first thing that got me thinking was location. And amenities. I think a lot of times housing and apartment complex will advertise that, oh, we're really close to these restaurants and these shopping, or we're close to this intersection or this major highway. And sometimes that could be good. It's definitely great to be near those things when you're trying to get to work quickly. But, the couple extra $100 a month that you're going to be spending in rent to get an apartment or a place that's a little bit closer to the highway or a little bit closer to shopping or certain amenities really isn't worth it, especially when you think about the fact that if you're working full time, you're spending 8 hours a day at work, usually sometimes more depending on your profession. And you're not really able to use the amenities that apartment complex might have if they have a gym or a swimming pool or all these cool things that they might have. You may not really actually get to use those amenities, between work and, just chores and other personal things that you have going on. So at the time when you're looking, you think it's really cool. Oh yeah, this place is really nice. It has all these amenities. It's close to shopping and the highway. But when it comes to having to spend an extra couple $100 a month for all those things that you're rarely going to use, probably isn't worth it. And then just the second thing that I thought of is the size of your apartment. Obviously we all want a very large apartment. We want as much space as possible. My husband and I, when we were in an apartment, we at first had a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom is what we started with. And really, did we need that? Probably not. It was just the two of us. When we first moved in together, we didn't even have any pets or anything. We, eventually just had 1 cat starting out. And so do we really need a 2-bedroom? Probably not. And if we had gone for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, probably would have been significantly cheaper for us and a great way to save money. But I think at the time when you're looking at apartments, you're like, oh, it'd be really great to have an extra bedroom, to set up like my computer, or just to have the extra space, or to have a guest room, or whatever your reasons are. But really, again, you can do without it. We don't spend as much time at home as we do at work and in shopping and just going out other places. And so it really probably isn't worth it to spend, again, that extra couple $100s to get a 2-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom. So just some things to think about if this is something you're struggling with, just kind of my thought of the day that I wanted to share with you. And hopefully if you're looking into switching apartments or looking for an apartment that might be more affordable, those are some things that you can take into consideration. You know, looking for an apartment that might be a little bit further off the beaten path. You know, the extra money you're going to spend in gas isn't going to be that much compared to how much you'll spend extra per month in rent just to get something that's a little bit closer. So looking at places that are off the beaten path, considering, do you really need a 2 or a 3-bedroom apartment versus just a 1-bedroom, depending on, you know, how many people you have in your household. So just some things to think about, some food for thought. For more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll also link to social media if you'd like to follow me on any of those outlets so I can keep you up to date with thoughts like this that can help you save money in the long run.